Yo, we are back after a 2-week hiatus. We took a little break for the international breaks as well as for holidays, travel, other life events going on. But welcome back. Thank you guys for joining us. My name is Frankie. I am here once again joined by my good friends, Johnny the boy. We have Andres over here to my right.
What's up?
And of course, Donkeytron behind the cameras here, making it all go. And with the keys to the studio. Thanks again. But yeah, thanks again if you're joining us. It's been a couple weeks. A lot to catch up on. When we last spoke, it was before Euro qualifiers. It was before CONCACAF Nations League. Garbage. Pointless. So we don't, I mean, no disrespect, but for those of you guys who don't watch international soccer, unless it's a big tournament, there's not a whole lot going on.
Euro qualifying.
Yeah, but even then, I mean, two teams qualified with perfect records. Italy and a couple teams, right? Italy and Belgium qualified with perfect records, didn't they? Yeah, see? They have to play teams like San Marino and Gibraltar. What the so, yeah, there's not a lot to talk about. So, if you missed us, thanks for missing us, but we didn't miss out on a whole lot. But we last gathered at a local pub, me and the lads here, the lads and I. And we saw Liverpool-Man City, the biggest game of the Premier League season to date, finished 3-1 to Liverpool.
Pull up that table, please, Rafa.
They are now 8 points ahead.
The EPL table on the side one.
Well, it was also a big game for momentum.
Like a new tab.
Big match. I'm surprised the first thing that you did, that Andres.
Table.
I'm very surprised that the first thing you didn't. Oh man, I'm having a hard time speaking English. Mentioned was the VAR for that game.
Yeah, it was questionable.
Couple of questionable VAR or not VAR decisions, but in the end, 3-1 to Liverpool. So after that, they're up 8 points on Leicester and 9 points on Man City, which is huge gap. Very, very comfortable gap at the top of the Premier League table there. With other teams, probably not very close. Leicester, you would expect to kind of fall behind, right? Great story. They're playing great football, but they're probably not going to hang in there for much longer. Man City, Pep has already gone out and said, we're not going to win the league. And Chelsea's doing great, but you don't see them challenging. And then the other teams are the other teams, right? Shambles is a word that we use a lot here. But after that crucial match, what do you guys have to say? It was an entertaining match, right? It was back and forth stuff. A really good match.
Which one? Liverpool, Man City?
Liverpool, Man City. You guys still... now, granted, we're talking... This was 2 weeks ago. There's been another round of matches since. But for both teams, things have gone as you'd expect. Man City beat Chelsea 2-1 in a really entertaining game. And Liverpool just barely ground out another result, right? They
2-1,
beat 2-1 at Crystal Palace. So things are as they were after, but you guys still firm. I don't even have to ask Johnny. I know Johnny and I are firm believers that this is Liverpool's year. What do you say, Andres? Is Man City going to pick up the slack and cover the... That's 9 points. 9 points. There's a lot of football left to be played. And last season, Liverpool coughed up, and was it 7-point lead, right?
Yeah.
8-point lead?
It was 8, I think.
What say you about this Man City team?
I mean, like Pep said, they can't lose, bro. You just, at this point, they can't lose because that's way too much of a gap to even catch up to Liverpool. But, I mean, Liverpool has a major injury.
So does City. City's missing their best defender.
Well, they're also missing Aguero, too.
Aguero, they've got a couple of untimely injuries. And, of course, now we have the unfortunate news after the Champions League in the week that Fabinho is going to be out for 10 weeks? 10 matches? 8 weeks?
Some ankle ligament.
Ooh, ankle ligament injury. Crucial player.
Yeah.
Crucial player for Klopp and Liverpool in a crucial stretch of the season.
Yeah, they played, 7 games?
Yeah, December's coming. The Christmas period is unforgiving in
11
England.
games?
Yeah, 10 games, 10,
in
11.
1 month.
In December, yeah, they got the Club World Cup. They got the League Cup. Premier League in between. It's crazy. We'll see. This is where teams are tested in the Premier League over all other leagues. So we'll see.
Well, they've been relatively healthy all season, so this is
I'll say
Fabinho
this,
is a very important player.
He is very important, but Liverpool's got a lot of midfielders, and I think Johnny will agree with me in saying Liverpool's doing what champions do right now, and they're grinding out results. These teams, they haven't looked great in some of these games, but they're still winning.
Well,
they're
yeah.
still winning.
Well, I mean,
That's the stuff of champions.
touching on a little bit on the Liverpool Man City game, that was built up to be the best game of the season, and it was good. To me, it was good. It was a controversial call, but Liverpool played better that day. Some of the goal from Robertson was typical Liverpool fashion. It went from fullback to fullback, and then Salah header. So boom, boom, that shit was written in a book somewhere. Like that's how they would do it, and they got it. And City came strong at the end of the second half. It was like Sterling got in there, and it was whatever. But it's just
scuffle?
Yeah. So that was. I mean, and then Liverpool scored again. I think it was 3-1. Fabinho scored that game. Interestingly.
Oh, colossal.
So now he's out 10 weeks. It just shows you how much changes since we last talked here, right? Because I guess Frankie's right though. I mean, he put it in a nutshell. He's just summarize the league. I look at it and it's like Liverpool has to win it.
Yeah, they have
now. Yeah, I don't see them losing 5 to 12 points, 5 to 10 points in the next. What's left? It's still a good amount of games, like 40 games, right? I mean,
No.
30 games? I don't know.
12.
13 played so far.
12
So there's
played.
21 matches left.
21.
Yeah, 20. They got to lose 5 to 10 points somewhere. I don't know. I don't see it. But yeah.
They haven't even been drawing. It's still been wins.
I mean, we'll see
Yeah.
if they can adapt to Fabinho's loss.
Yeah, it's going to be.
No one knows because never been in the situation. I don't
Who
think.
do you guys think who takes his role in there? Do they play Milner there?
I was saying Keita or
Keita.
Henderson.
Henderson?
Henderson has played there before, I know. I
Yeah,
mean, I
Henderson-
think Milner too. You're right though. He
Wijnaldum?
can play there.
They're playing Ronaldo in the
Wijnaldum
six
too.
too.
Yeah, you're right. You
Yeah.
see, there's options.
Yeah, they have options.
Well,
Yeah.
Lallana-
And not that it matters, right? But he just came off the international break and scored like a hat trick for no reason. Wijnaldum,
In Euro qualifying.
he's low key. Liverpool, they got a good team.
Yeah,
And
we'll
they're
see.
full of fitness and just I don't know. They're doing great. They're going to the
With Klopp at the helm.
Yeah, they're going to the Club World Cup. They're signing deals with Nike, right? I brought up real quick earlier.
League or bust, right?
Yeah, they're doing.
League or bust, bro.
They're fucking shit up.
League or bust. And then I
Yeah.
mean, I still maintain that. Sounds like if you guys have been checking in with us, both Johnny and I are pretty confident Liverpool are going to win. Andres is
early,
playing
yeah.
it a little bit closer to the chest.
Yeah,
which
I'm not too
means-
sure. It's hard to dispute facts.
But man, it's fun. It's fun to watch right now. Leicester again, pleasant surprise there. Chelsea's really. I hate Chelsea, but seeing them and Lampard with those youngsters and doing what they're doing, impressive. Even in the Champions League, very impressive. Wolves at 5th. My boy Jimenez scoring like no other Mexican ever has
Yeah.
scored
Yo,
in the
In the
Premier League.
yeah.
shouts out to Mexicans.
He's now Wolves' highest scorer in the Premier League too, in their freaking history. That's amazing. I love it. Not even
Damn.
Chicha.
Yeah.
In their history?
Chicharito. Yeah, in their history, in the Premier League. In the Premier League.
He only
it
has
is.
like 40 goals with him?
No, he had like 15 last year, right?
13, yeah, 15, maybe. Right.
No, he's
More.
already almost at like 40 or 50 goals in the Premier
Oh,
League for
shit.
him. Believe it or not. But yeah, no, we'll see. City's been dealing with the crucial injury to Laporte, a couple other injuries, right?
Sane seems to
Rodri
be
got
the-
injured again.
So
Sane's out for long term, and now Fabinho's out for Liverpool. So we'll see how that goes.
You know how this league is shaping out to me? It's like Liverpool's the top number 1, and everyone's just gonna be battling
Chasing.
it out. Yeah, like giving Liverpool favors and fucking each other up. Because it's a toss up now. Even so, a question would be, do you guys think Leicester City will stay top 4?
No,
It's
I
a
like
good amount of games left. I mean, City's there. So we're saying City will finish top 4 no matter what, even if it's 3rd,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, Chelsea.
think the way you
Chelsea
see it-
can stay winning.
I think the way you see it now is how it's going to end.
What if
to be
Jimenez
honest.
makes a magical run and then he's just over here just?
Or Tottenham?
Nah, they're
Now,
far
with-
down.
now with Mourinho at the
Tottenham's
helm,
far
bro?
down.
Mourinho?
We'll see. Well, there. Thank you.
Arsenal.
We'll use that as a perfect jump-off point. The other thing I want to quickly touch about on the Premier League since we've last been on, Jose Mourinho is back in the Premier League. It's been what? Not even a year, right?
The chosen
Almost
one.
a year. The special
Yeah.
one. The humble one. He's calling himself.
The
now.
one?
He's back. And man, even for somebody who doesn't like his tactics like me, man, they missed him. He's already delivered some nuggets on the mic.
Yeah.
Already.
He's the best. He's
but
funny.
Pochettino out at Spurs, man.
Random too.
9 months ago they were, maybe less. 6 months ago they were in the Champions League final, finishing in the top 4, and now he's gone, quickly replaced by Jose Mourinho. And since then, Tottenham won their first Premier League game with him. They beat West Ham 3-2, and then they won at Olympiacos in the Champions, right?
Yeah.
And it was 4-2. They came back from behind. They started losing, right? And they came back and won. It was 2-0. They were down 2-0, and they came back and won 4-2. So the Jose era at Spurs with 2 wins. Man, what do you guys think of that? I didn't see that one coming.
I think
I don't think it fits.
There was some moves in the back door. It looks like he came in fairly quickly after they sacked him, and you would have thought it took a lot of time for Tottenham to be like, damn, we're gonna let him go, like. Give them some chances, because they really love him there. I thought, and
good. Really well.
But I guess no trophies. I mean, I can't hate on the decision because it's not like I guess I like that Tottenham made a decision, and they were like, "Fuck this." Mourinho. It makes me happy to see Mourinho too coaching in the Premier League. The best coaches in the world just there, duking it out weekend.
Good point.
For no reason.
Klopp, Mourinho, Guardiola.
Can you press the arrow down?
Rodgers.
How far?
Brendan Rodgers.
How far?
Brendan Rodgers.
Yeah, Leicester. How far are they down? Look,
Bro, they have the best defense
Tottenham-
in the league. You know that, right?
Tottenham is fucking
10th. They're right behind Arsenal and United. Guys,
I'm saying they can make a run.
Arsenal's 8th, United's 9th, Spurs is 10th. Holy crap.
I'm telling you, it's a toss-up as league right now. Yeah.
So
it looks good though. Look at that.
All right. He's already had some positive effects, but do you think it's a good fit? Rather,
Who?
Did Jose at Spurs? Mourinho at Spurs?
I feel like a question is, are they gonna give him the money to spend what he wants? Lately, when Mourinho gets fired or something happens, it's because he makes an excuse of why he didn't get to buy players.
He's the most.
So will Tottenham let him buy players?
Hold on, Andres with the stat.
Yeah.
Reel off the stat.
What
The one you were about to say.
Oh, that he's
Yeah,
the
yeah.
most active buying
He's been the
manager
highest spending manager in the
Yeah.
last 15 years.
with 100 signings or something like that.
And Daniel Levy, the owner of Spurs, is a guy who doesn't like to spend. So for me, I was like, what the hell? This isn't gonna work.
It's weird. That part's weird. I mean,
But they're saying that maybe they might talk a Bale deal,
Bail
deal, yeah, with Real Madrid.
Bail back.
So there could be some moves.
We'll see. It's interesting. It's real interesting.
I feel like in a way, is it set up for not Mourinho
They
to
play
fail?
together too.
But if he doesn't do good and he doesn't get Spurs into top 4 and he fucks up, what does that say about him, right?
You can blame
It's a big
Pochettino.
it's a big challenge that he took, I think.
He has a pretty balanced squad though. They have a lot of good pieces.
But none that you say those aren't the type of players that I would even, when I come to mind Mourinho, I'm not like, damn, he wants to coach Tottenham, right?
No, and
Those who, right? They made the meme. He's already calling his boy from Matic, or what's his name, from when they had him in Man U.
Matic.
Yeah, man.
Oh yeah, that match was waiting.
I mean, we'll see. It's a strange call, but I mean, it's weird, right? It tweaks me out even when I saw him in the Tottenham with the
purple?
one, with the onesie,
with the purple Puma.
with the onesie. It was weird, but yeah, I don't want to distract too much from it.
No, but we'll see how. And then I guess the other question is, do the players and the squad at his disposal fit his tactics? Does he change at all?
We'll see next season.
That's an organized counterattacking team, no?
Well, they have a lot of forwards, so he can only attack with that team, kind of. I mean, their defense is decent, though, I would say.
Do they play Jose ball where they just soak up all the pressure and then strike on the counter lethally?
Yeah,
You can when you got Harry Kane up there, right?
Yeah.
And
No,
Son.
they got
Dele
pieces.
Dele Alli too with with the assists.
We'll see. It's
It's a
interesting.
good squad. You're right. No, you're pointing out. I mean, up top, you always want a forward. You got Kane. In the
Balance.
back,
They're balanced.
yeah,
You
got a good goalie. Joris, Alderweireld, and Vertonghen, right? They do good.
So
They're good defenders.
No,
I mean, they're not too far behind 5th or 4th, but maybe I don't know. We'll see.
there's still a lot of soccer to be played. Now, a little bit more recent. A little bit more. Actually, this morning, right? Today, Unai Emery fired
Oh yeah.
at Arsenal. Let go. 18 months into his tenure. I'd say, that
It
makes
was
sense.
coming.
Yeah, it was coming. This is coming off. They lost yesterday in the Europa League.
To Frankfurt.
That was the last straw, they said. Yeah.
And then after having tied at the weekend, 2-2 at Southampton, a team that gave up 9 goals earlier this season, mind you.
Yeah.
I guess they finally had enough, and he is fired. Freddie Ljungberg is now the interim head coach, a former player there at Arsenal. For those of you
Legend there.
young kids not watching,
he's a beast. He was a beast.
He was a beast, the Swede. I mean, I'm not even going to ask the question because I think we unanimously can say that, that's a good call, right? We kind of expected it. It was not a matter of if, but when, right?
Yeah, it was like, and it comes at a sad time for Arsenal fans, bogus, because they had room to make up those points. They had good games, like you're saying. The games they're losing, it's like they're just not winning. They're doing
Didn't you say that
they have the worst away record?
The unluckiest team in the league, apparently.
No, that was you. That was
Arsenal?
you saying that.
It might be.
Yeah, you had a luck index. I think you mentioned.
It was the luck index as a funky stat, but it might have been. I thought.
So they lose points where they should have probably been a little higher.
And
but they just never were a good team. I mean, Emery, I never thought it was the best fit.
He doesn't have.
And then that whole Ozil debacle, and then I don't know, weird stuff going on over there.
He wasn't playing his best, highest paid player, right?
Yeah.
They were switching formations constantly.
Yeah, the whole season.
Apparently, he lost the locker room. Players like David Luiz and Xhaka didn't like him and had questioned him.
And they lost 7.
Well, yeah, he didn't support Xhaka when that whole thing went down, and then he took him out. He took his the captaincy or whatever, and it was.
It sounds like it never really took off. It was never really a good fit.
It was the same at PSG though. To be honest, he underwhelmed, and he just always got the tactics wrong. He gets out coached or makes silly mistakes, in all the important games too.
You know what it is? It's not. He's actually a really good tactics, which is why he won so many Europa Leagues, right? With Sevilla.
Maybe he's more of a tournament,
He just can't handle these big players, these big personalities.
Yeah.
PSG, Neymar, right? You're talking egos, right? Over at Arsenal, right? He couldn't handle. They let Aaron freaking Ramsey, the best gunner in the last 10 years, get away. I'm just saying that.
How would you like a?
They let him get away for free.
Big facts.
For free to Juventus.
How would you like a Ancelotti at Arsenal though?
They were saying I was hearing Allegri maybe.
Yeah, I heard that one.
So what about a big name like
they might give Ljungberg some time too, so we'll see.
Arteta from City.
Arsenal has got some good players. Their defense is depleted. They need some defensive help immediately. And it's really, really a shame because I would argue they have the best uniform in the Premier League right now, and it's a shame to see that uniform go to waste on such a crappy team.
That's true.
It's hot.
Quite frankly, it's the nicest jersey I've seen in a while in soccer. I think because it's a throwback to an old Arsenal kit, but it's
the
simple.
top one this year.
It's simple. It's really nice. Even the away, the bruised banana kit is nice. But yeah, we'll see. I mean, it can only get better, right? For Arsenal, I would say.
Don't say that.
Right, but that's what we said after Wenger, right?
Yeah, don't say that. I mean,
don't say that. All right, well, that pretty much wraps up the Premier League for now. There's some couple matchups this weekend that we'll talk about at the end when we make our picks as usual. Anything you guys want to add real quick?
Yeah, just sack alert. Oh, Gunner.
Oh, sack alert.
So, yeah, just touch on that a little. They might sack him any day or they won't. What are we saying? It's turning into that in the Premier League right now, right? Because I'm telling you, 2 weeks passed, guys, and we were not talking nothing about Mourinho looks to be coaching Tottenham and all this.
I think they're gonna wait till Pogba comes back. I mean, he's due to come back.
He doesn't want to play.
They're saying he's holding out to play to get transferred to Madrid, right?
Yeah, I heard he doesn't want to play no more.
Well, we'll see if he plays. But
yeah, because he's playing basketball in the USA.
And we don't have those kind of sources yet, but
we seen him. No, just Instagram, bro.
Yeah.
Sack alert.
We'll see. I think so, right? Because now it's kind of be like, all right, one team, a big club, pull the trigger, but now you have 2 coaches available, right? I doubt anybody's gonna go out and pick up Emery right away, right? But Pochettino's available. You got to think that maybe
United, Arsenal,
right? Maybe
Arsenal?
United,
maybe
Arsenal, maybe even a qué sé yo, Barcelona, right? I was reading some crazy shit.
I'm
about
telling you, it's
Barcelona.
a
Barcelona,
it's
they
a
don't
lot of
take 'em.
Allegri. We're saying Allegri's in there. It's a
This
lot of
might
coaches.
This might force a couple clubs' hands, you know.
Well, Arsenal will definitely make the wrong choice. You can be sure of that.
Amazing. Yeah, you can almost be sure of that. But yeah, that wraps up the Premier League. The other big exciting thing this last week, or since we've been gone,
Champions.
yeah, the
Briefly?
champions. It was the 5th match day of the Champions League for this season. We had some big matchups. Well, not really big matchups, but it was important because it's the second to last match day, which means by now some teams have qualified. We currently have 8 teams already qualified after this match day. The big ones you would expect, right, for the most part, honestly, as I look at the list. Bayern Munich has qualified. PSG has qualified. Manchester City, Real Madrid, Barcelona, Juventus, Spurs, and Red Bull Leipzig. I guess Leipzig is kind of the wild card there, right? But
Still don't know which Red Bull is which. But
Red Bull Leipzig
yes.
is from Germany, from the Bundesliga, and Red Bull Salzburg is from Austria. That's where Holland plays.
See, because I know that will clarify for me and for even a lot of people out there. Because
Arby's.
RB's, yeah.
Well, no.
RB
Leipzig
Leipzig.
is RB Leipzig, and Salzburg is Red Bull.
Red
So
Bull.
I guess Red Bull is Salzburg, and RB is Leipzig.
But
if
the
you
R
really
is hard. That's what we're rolling with.
But yeah, 8 teams have qualified already, with a couple groups still up for grabs, and those groups that aren't for grabs, I guess.
Go by the groups if you want, like Rafa, or
Group
you
A.
have them up. Yeah.
Well, PSG, Real Madrid.
Just sad group. I expected a lot better matchups. PSG and Madrid played twice, and they gave me 2 garbage games, bro. You think I'm paying for that?
PSG won the
You
first
think-
one.
yeah, but, like,
decidedly.
I mean,
Madrid started off slow. I think they're picking it up.
and they both got an easy group. They're like, all right, we'll
Yeah, that's
both
not too
pass,
hard.
bro. We'll both pass.
Yeah, I mean, easily. Bruges and Galatasaray aren't
Yeah.
the toughest, stiffest
So
competition.
Madrid will come in second in that group. No other way
I mean,
around
a
it.
Madrid second is a
Yeah,
tough
wild
matchup.
card matchups coming in hot for the first round in the champs.
Group B, we
Group
got
B, yeah.
Bayern and Spurs
Bayern, I say, is probably my favorite.
over
type of deal.
Red Star Belgrade and Olympiacos, of course, as you would expect. Bayern is your favorite right now?
I mean, since the beginning, I think I was like, Bayern looks good.
We have to point out that Robert Lewandowski scored 4 goals in 14 minutes, yo.
Yeah.
Incredible.
No, I think their new coach, Hansi Flick, is playing. Just
Who is
everyone's
that? Who's
division.
their coach? Who is that guy? Yeah.
Flick, he was an
Flick.
assistant under Kovac, and I think he coached the youth team. I'm not really sure.
Yeah. This
But-
group.
Real quick shout out, Lewandowski.
Yeah.
He's the second player to score 4 goals in the Champions League on 2 occasions. Do you guys know who the first one is? The GOAT,
Messi, yeah.
Lionel Messi.
During the golden years.
Interesting tidbit there. He scored 4 goals on Arsenal, and then I forget who the other team he scored 4 goals on is.
That's a hard fact to know. Yeah.
But Lewandowski has now scored 4 goals on 2 occasions in the Champions League, this time on 14 minutes.
Yeah.
So that's your pick, Andres? That's how you're feeling right now?
I mean, they went perfect. So,
In a group that featured Red Star Belgrade and Olympiacos?
and Tottenham.
Yeah. A lot of nice room for them to
Yeah, right.
for them to just
No
be all up in
disrespect
there.
to Serbian
I mean,
and Greek soccer.
When your forward's been hot all season, it's really hard to count against that because he can
Fair.
probably make something out of nothing,
Yeah.
Fair.
So
And he's been hot since the beginning. Once you find the hot strikers, damn, this team might go far. And they have a pretty balanced squad. I don't know. They look interesting. We'll see what matchups.
we'll see what Mourinho. This is what Mourinho inherited, so he gets a Champions League run in his hands. So
yeah, true. He's
if
a good
he-
tournament
if-
coach.
yeah, if he gets him in a good whatever.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Tottenham too,
yeah,
Tottenham too.
Yeah, Frankie brings up a good point. Because I was saying Bayern too. I don't know if it's a hype job or if we're feeling it, but they got a lot of. They lost pieces, right? And instead they still scoring. I mean,
Yeah.
still looking good. So
With one center forward. I guess
Yeah.
that helps when they-
Coutinho's helping.
Mueller hasn't played. I haven't seen him.
He's been playing a little
Yeah.
bit. Yeah, the last
Good
coach wasn't playing him, which was a
Coutinho
problem.
looking good there in Bayern. We said too. So
Davies is doing pretty well, bro. He's left back now.
Alfonso Davies, that's not his natural position. But
Yeah.
he's a beast either way.
He's really fast and he's
Shout out
just
Canada, Alfonso Davies,
damn.
looking good in the Bundesliga, I guess.
Next group though.
Group C,
Yeah.
Man City.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Man City dominated that group, but again, they played the likes of Shakhtar Donetsk, Dynamo Zagreb, and Atalanta, which
They
is
only
the first
scored
time.
9 goals. I mean,
Yeah, and they tied. They tied this last week to Shakhtar. Again, you pointed
twice.
out Shakhtar away playing in the Ukraine is never easy. Sorry, I hit my mic.
I mean, they had a pretty.
So who will come in second in that group?
Probably Shakhtar, right? On just pedigree, right?
Who are they
Because they've been
playing? Dynamo or
there.
Atalanta?
I think they play Atalanta.
So
Yeah.
Shakhtar, who do they? I don't even know who they have, but I mean,
They have a Brazilian named Tyson.
whoever gets them from the top seeds will have a good chance to move on. All bogus.
Then in Group D,
Yeah, it's one of the good teams.
Group D, yeah.
in Group D we have
These nuts.
Juventus and Atletico. I think Juventus is through. Atletico still needs to beat
Locomotive.
Locomotive to seal because Bayer Leverkusen is right there knocking on the door. But Juve sealed that with a wonder strike from La Jolla.
Goals of the
Paulo
season.
Dybala.
Yeah, one of the goals of the season.
No Ronaldo, no problem.
No
for
angle.
Juventus.
No angle.
No angle.
No nothing. No one thinking of a shot. But
And Oblak too. So
I don't even know how he shot it like that. Like I don't understand what
Yeah,
happened.
from almost 180 degrees
check it out if you haven't seen
parallel to
Yeah.
the goal.
it. Pretty good goal. Probably the goal of the tournament so
He just
far.
penetrated right on in there.
So Atletico goes through. You guys think?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Bayern does, and it'll be a disappointment for Atletico.
I
but,
think Madrid. Yeah,
you know,
they'll take care of business.
they'll
maybe,
fire Simeone.
Maybe Felix
They're
scores.
firing everyone.
João Felix comes back. You know. We'll
Yeah,
see.
João Felix comes back, and hey, and if Atletico doesn't go through, they'll definitely win the Euro.
He won Golden Boy, by the way.
Now
João Felix.
here's the last one I really want to. I mean, we can actually no. There's just another one I want to touch on, but Group E, toss up
E.
still.
Yeah.
Liverpool, Napoli tied Liverpool
Yeah.
at
Yeah,
home, right?
and
So,
they,
I
and
feel-
everyone is talking crap that they're not doing good in the league. But I mean,
1-1
yeah,
is they
So now
tied.
they gotta beat Red Bull Salzburg.
They have to beat Red Bull Salzburg, yes, because Liverpool have 10 points.
They can
Napoli's in
tie.
second on 9.
They can
as
tie.
well.
Yeah, they as long as they don't lose, yeah.
So-
Salzburg is on 7.
So what?
so
the upset?
this is Red Bull, what
Salzburg.
Salzburg, and they got the kid Haaland. We're
Yep.
saying so. What's to say that a bad day doesn't turn into three goals from freaking Haaland?
They do a Barcelona.
Yeah. Because Liverpool's been, I mean, more
It's gonna be
shaky.
after 2 games too.
Last year, too, they were shaky in their group, but that's a risky game going to have to win it. But
last year too, they qualified.
they're
in the
going
last
away,
day.
and they're away.
Bro, last year they lost every away game.
Yeah,
Came out
won.
second and then went all the way
All the
through
way.
They were
Barca.
with PSG in the group, yeah.
I was
but-
like, that was so hard to predict, a team like that.
Who do you got then in this group
Liverpool and
coming
Napoli. I
Yeah.
think Salzburg loses. Sorry.
with
Fair.
all those goals for? 16 goals for? All this guy's.
Salzburg, yeah.
Yeah.
Haaland with the hat tricks.
He's killing it.
Create a breakout season for the young man and for that team, but it ends
So,
here.
who? Napoli has Chucky.
El Chucky, yeah. He took out Fabinho. Did you notice that? He was the one who injured Fabinho.
He injured him?
Yeah, well, I mean, it was on a play that where they collided.
Oh, okay.
Even going back, I kind of backtracking, but just Hector Herrera, Mexican alert. He's putting in some time now too, right, with Atletico.
Yeah, he started a
getting
couple games
some-
in a row, and then he
We'll see
had
how
a
these guys do.
clash with Cristiano Ronaldo kept him in check this last week.
Yeah, I didn't see it. I haven't seen
Héroe.
it. I haven't seen it.
Héroe?
Héroe Ache.
Make a shirt of that for Frankie.
He
Someone.
kept CR7 in check.
Group F then.
Group F, the
Yeah.
so-called Group of Death. Barcelona has won it,
Yeah,
or
somehow.
at least is qualified. Maybe now. No, yeah, they won it. Nobody can catch
Messi
up.
had a perfect 10.0 game, by the way.
Messi with 2 assists and a goal. Griezmann with the goal.
Mhm.
Suarez, goal and an assist. And now it's a toss-up. Inter Milan and Dortmund are tied on 7 points each.
Who's to say? Yeah, who's to say though? Barca won't just lose to Inter. They don't care.
No, they don't. But
But-
I'm guessing Inter's got the tiebreaker since they're in second place right now and Dortmund's in third.
Yeah, Inter would pass if they beat Barca.
Well, that's obvious because they would have more points than. Oh no, you're right. It goes to goal difference.
But
What's the goal
even-
difference? Oh no, Inter's +2 -1.
Even when they're not at their best, guys, Barcelona finishes first in the group, and this was the group
Yeah.
of death.
And who did they lose though? Dembele.
Oh yeah, Dembele guy's injured for another 10 weeks. Wow, guys, I've lost all my patience with this kid. I mean, I feel bad for him. I do.
Yeah.
I do. That sucks. But this is now his 9th or 10th injury
What happened?
in his second season with
Dembele
Barcelona.
out?
But what injury?
I think it's a thigh problem now.
That's the same though.
But it was due to like the collision or the way he fell rather than.
I don't know, man.
But what does he mean? Fragile? Is he fragile goods already?
Yeah, he's
Not
damaged
buying it.
goods. It's terrible.
It's
Apparently,
a shame though, because
apparently his professionalism is improved. But what's the matter if he can't play?
Well,
you think they should show him some doctors?
Easy for me to say, right? I don't play this
The best
professionally.
doctors
but
or what?
he should be in there with his boy Griezmann with the French connection, and he's over here just getting injured and not
he had
showing up.
Just come back too.
Yeah, this guy stays injured.
Super frustrating, man. For him, I feel bad for him, but also, I mean, like,
Doesn't do his stretches, right,
this is-
Frankie?
he can't. He's not.
This-
Yeah, he's
this-
a stretch.
This will stretch Barca thin at mid now, especially when they let go of so many pieces.
Alenia,
So many bad
Loan.
moves they made this summer.
Made
They
them
didn't get
mistakes.
Neymar. Now they're losing Dembele again, who was supposed to be part of that. Hey, we can let Coutinho go because we got Dembele, you know. But now he's not there either.
Ricky Puig too has been threatening to leave. Maybe he gets some minutes, right? The
Low key.
gem in the academy, but
Well, they said that Messi text Neymar. He's like, "Hey, bro, I'm leaving. 2021.
we'll see.
This your spot."
Yeah, is that real? What
We'll
is up
see.
with
I
that?
don't know.
It
It
looked
wasn't a
fake as
text.
hell.
It was
WhatsApp, right?
Yeah, WhatsApp. We'll see.
They're hacking his website
Free over
now.
the Wi-Fi.
Group G, we have Red Bull Leipzig is qualified, and it's a toss-up between Zenit St. Petersburg and Lyon for that second seed in Group G.
Who's taking it then? I guess I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know.
Please,
Zenit just beat Lyon.
Zenit.
I think Lyon plays Benfica, and Red Bull Leipzig plays Zenit. I'm not sure.
I mean, I like. Be something random to see there.
But I think this the next round of matches is in 2 weeks' time.
Ooh, Group
And
H.
then probably the
Yeah.
most interesting. I think this is the true group of death.
Yeah.
Ajax, Chelsea, and Valencia
Mhm.
all in the mix for that qualification in Group H. Ajax is in first right now on 10 points, and then Chelsea and Valencia are tied on 8 points each. They just tied this last match day 2-2.
This has easily been the best group to watch.
It easily, yeah. All the games
most
have been
entertaining. Yeah.
thrilling.
So Chelsea has to win, right? The next game to pass.
I believe. Well, Chelsea plays Lille, so they've got the I guess the easiest. Yeah, because Valencia has to play Ajax.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of moving pieces.
I mean, I think Ajax and Valencia and Chelsea should pass.
Agreed. Yeah.
Because Ajax just needs to just not lose.
Valencia's in a tricky spot here.
I mean, Valencia
Yeah.
was pretty dominant over Chelsea. It just missed 5 easy chances. So they're creating chances, just not finishing.
So now at this point, I mean, again, still too soon to tell. Still a couple teams left to qualify, but who's the favorite
For what?
for? I think the bookies have Man City as the favorite, and then Liverpool second. Would you agree? For the Champions League,
Probably, yeah.
City is the favorite.
I'd say Bayern.
I think they go City. This is what the Vegas, the bookies. It's go City, Liverpool, and then Barca. Those are the
What
top
are the
three
odds?
in that order. I don't have the odds precisely.
No, I
but
mean, I would say so. It is hard to tell how we just said.
Based
2
on
weeks
form.
ago, 2 weeks ago, I would have said Liverpool for sure. Now they're looking
Yeah.
shaky.
I say we have to wait till matchups for the next round, and then from there we can.
I think I kind of agree with Vegas here. Man City,
Yeah,
Liverpool,
I mean,
and
that's-
Barca.
That's what we've been saying, though.
Yeah.
You know?
And
Nothing
Bayern,
really
yeah, I think
changed.
you have to take Bayern seriously, right, into that discussion there. But I don't know about them going all the way with an interim coach.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We already went. They should almost.
Yeah, we went over.
There's
all
only
this,
some key matchups left.
Yeah,
a lot of
and
places
then
back
as far as those are concerned, we'll talk about those as the 10th. Yeah, we'll definitely be on a couple episodes after. We'll have a preview episode for the last round, definitely. So, anything else you guys want to add briefly on the Champions League?
No, what you said. I mean, the favorites have been the favorites, but
The usual suspects,
yeah,
right?
Yeah, Barca's still a favorite up there. I mean,
When
who's
Messi's
gonna
playing
bet
like that,
who's
yeah.
gonna bet against them? Yeah, I mean, against Messi.
It's form of his life.
Yeah.
And then, really, guys, the last thing I have for us tonight, just to keep it short and sweet, Liga MX. The best time of Liga MX is here. La Liguilla. The playoffs. For those of you guys who don't know what the hell that is, Mexican soccer does the playoffs too.
Liga MX.
Really, really thrilling. If for those of you guys who don't know, just like the Premier League, refereeing is a big hot topic in the Mexican League right now because, quite frankly, it sucks. The quality of refereeing in the Mexican League is horrendous, which makes it a little bit more exciting. I'm not gonna lie. But this week, man, oh man, we had some good ones. Morelia, my hometown team, tied León 3-3. The reason I bring it up is, like I was telling you guys before we went on live, what Mexican soccer is doing now. For those of you guys who don't watch Mexican soccer, who aren't Mexican, there's this homophobic, controversial, allegedly homophobic chant that Mexican fans do as an opposition goalkeeper is taking a goal kick. And so what they're doing in Mexico to get people to stop it, because the federation's been fined now by FIFA. People have come out and, I mean, this is neither the vehicle nor the time or the place to debate what the intentions of the chant are, right? I think if we went around, we kind of talked about it. We have our opinions about it. Point is, FIFA and the federation are treating it like the racism protocol in other countries, right? So if the referee hears it, he has to pause the game for a second, and they on the scoreboard they tell the fans like, yo, you got to cool it, or the next time game gets called, right? Everybody's got to settle down. So in Morelia, unfortunately, referee stopped it, and it happened again. So they took the players off the field briefly before they brought them back on. But it's really slowed the momentum and the flow of a game that, again, was thrilling, 3-3. So far in the Liguilla, lots and lots of goals.
Yeah.
Necaxa beat Querétaro 3-0, blowout.
Yeah.
And then yesterday, Monterrey blew out Santos 5-2. My goodness, 5-2. And then I guess the big match, Tigres versus America, because the Americanistas are crying about the VAR and the refereeing, right? I guess you could say it's an early final. A lot of people consider these the two best teams in Mexican soccer, but Johnny, Andres, both of you guys are Chivistas, no Chivas in Liguilla. I'm not going to ask you guys how you're feeling, because I know how you're feeling.
Nah.
But who you guys got? My team's not in this either. I'm pulling for Morelia just because my parents are from there, and it's a wild card pick, dark horse pick. But who you guys got? Realistically, we're looking at one of the Monterrey teams, right?
Yeah, that would be the odd,
Tigres or Monterrey?
Yeah, the casino money. Tigres or Monterrey. Monterrey looks through. Tigres looks through because they're gonna go back to the UNAM or their stadium. Pretty much not gonna lose. You're going Morelia. Who do they have?
Man,
I don't even
Quick
know.
Mendoza.
Right? Yeah. Quick from Santos. Oh no, America.
Yeah.
I mean, fucking
Edison Flores.
Chivas bought Antuna,
yeah, Uriel
for
Antuna.
11 million
From Man City.
From Man City.
Yeah. After
Vergara died.
And after a couple of good performances with the national team and a decent season in MLS with LA Galaxy.
He's been all the hype. He's their biggest talk in the selección when it comes to Tata. I would say he's up there.
Yeah, right. Chivas already making some moves. Guzman is wrapped up too, right? Guzman from Pachuca? Or not yet? Guzman and Gutierrez, right? From Pachuca? Or Lopez?
No, I don't know. We're trying to get who was I saying earlier? I don't even know, but Chivas has Tena as coach. They almost made the Liguilla. It was they needed weird results, but Monterrey passed. They came in the 8th seed, and that's all it. The freak dude right now is because Liga MX, all it takes is for you to get in there.
Pulido might leave.
They're saying he just scores penalties. That's
right. He does, though.
So
on the low.
And then we have Peralta for no reason still. Like, Chivas just... But now we got Pelais from you. Stuff is weird in the Mexican league, though, because you like to see the games. You got to be on weird channels. Chivas is on YouTube, right?
Yeah.
Weird channels they show
Facebook Live. I think some teams are on Facebook Live.
It's
Te
wild
Azteca.
stuff, people.
And speaking of wild stuff, Johnny, perfect segue. I couldn't have segued better myself. The last thing I want to bring up on this kind of segues into the two other things I want to bring up. Starting next year in 2020, get ready for it.
Var.
No,
Yankees.
MLS All-Stars versus Liga MX All-Stars. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Let's see that shit.
Battle of the
For
Civil
supremacy.
War, right?
Civil War.
Yeah.
In North America. Who's got the better stars? Mexico. They pay their guys so much more.
Yeah.
MLS is going to get squashed.
Yeah.
But it'll be fun to watch.
They're gonna get
I'm a
into
fan
fights.
of both leagues.
It's just like me a mini Mexico USA rivalry,
Yeah.
basically.
I mean, already
level,
MLS
club
is
level.
trying so hard to embarrass Liga MX, and they've gotten close a couple times.
But you think that's a good barometer for the MLS? And
No,
like,
no, and because of what I just said.
but what happens
the
once?
Mexican teams pay so much more money for
Okay,
their
but
players, and
I'm
that's why
pretty
their
sure
players
MLS
are
is
so
trying
much
to
more
bring
better.
in like a bunch of like old retired stars or.
They're over that now, and then actually, luckily, they're bringing in younger talent. But the thing is that younger talent they resell 3 years later for a lot more money. But that's fine because they can buy more. You get it? The MLS is kind of starting to go towards like a Dutch league model, right? They bring players, develop them, or showcase them a little bit, and then cash in.
All
They
right.
just got like
Like a farmers league, basically. What you're saying?
yeah, kind of. Well, when you say that farmers league, it sounds like it. Not like farmers are playing in it, like they're farming talent, right?
Yeah, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jimenez scored again.
Yup. Europa League. Random Europa League shout out.
But I guess also they can also go to like European clubs too.
Yeah, no, that
So-
we'll see. I think that'll be more entertaining than watching MLS All Stars get blown out by a European team.
I think Frankie's
Yeah, true.
Frankie's excited that the Fire got a new logo. That happened too in the last 2 weeks.
Yo, let me just shout out my boy Johnny right now. I cannot write these segues any better. We're on the same wavelength. This was the next thing I was gonna talk about. All right, Johnny makes fun of me a little bit, but these guys are catching on, and they're starting to watch MLS a little bit more. We gotta support local soccer if it's gonna get better, guys. Now, the Chicago Fire, my Chicago Fire guys, just rebranded. They're moving to Soldier Field, moving back to the big city, big stadium.
Yeah.
What's the
Soldier
brand? Hey, can you
Field.
put up the
And
brand?
to coincide
the logo.
to coincide with the
Haven't seen it.
move, they rebranded to this
Chicago
sleek
Fire?
oval generic
Crown.
terrible
It is.
awful
Let me see.
Fire
I
Crown
might
logo.
like it. I might like it.
Now they
looks
stole
like a
Real
clip
Salt
art,
Lake's
yeah.
colors.
Wait, what is this?
That's the new logo. they
I kind of like it.
Oh.
guys, I cannot express to you how frustrated I am.
Wait, what's wrong with it? The colors?
The colors are stolen from Real Salt Lake. The points look like the mountains on the Vancouver Whitecaps. Now, the Fire had one of the best logos or crests in MLS already. You don't need to
Yeah.
tweak it. You don't need to tweak it. Maybe some minor things, right? Now,
Chicago
for those of you
Fire.
guys who don't know what the Fire is, it's the fireman's cross, the firefighter's cross, right? So Chicago Fire, big deal. Now we have some 3-point crown that looks like a gang sign,
Yeah.
stolen another team's colors.
It looks
Oh
like a
my
Walt
God.
Disney crap.
Yeah, I'm surprised
you
they
don't
didn't
know
go with
Guys,
the
we're
same
nobody,
colors.
and maybe not a whole lot of people watch this are gonna pick it up. But this is not good. The only way this becomes palatable, the only way I'm okay with this is if they splash the cash and put a solid team on the field. Otherwise, I am gonna stay pissed. I've been a season ticket holder for a couple seasons. No more until they go back to that,
no
guys.
Do their kits?
98
Do their
FC
kids change
CF.
color as well or no?
Yes, that's the new goal. Those are the new colors.
Those are new
the
colors?
team
Those are
Frankie
nice
with the
colors.
We
official
don't see in the uniform.
team
But
brand.
look at.
They're like Barca colors.
Can you look up Real Salt Lake, Rafa? Just look up Real Salt Lake. Real Salt Lake has been in existence for more than 10 years,
There's probably
and they
there's
stole
yeah.
their color scheme.
Let's see what
They
that says.
stole their color scheme, and the crown, and the 3-point crown is already on their shit.
Theirs is nicer than that garbage we just saw though.
Oh my god, I'm so mad about it, guys.
yeah.
Hashtag save the fire.
Fire. Put out the
Hashtag
fire.
Get Chicago better management.
Yeah, man. MLS, please don't let them do this. Somebody do something. Change it back. Tweak it. Maybe change the colors. All right, keep the crest, but maybe change the colors. I'll be okay with that. Or fuck it, buy somebody big, man. Bring Chicharito over here.
Well, I think the point is that they're gonna have to. There's no way they're doing all this and then not buying anyone to be like, go to Soldier Field.
All of their
They have
designated.
to get somebody, dude. They're gonna
Schweinsteiger
get,
retired.
they're gonna-
Nikolic left, so they have all the
get
space
someone.
to
Yeah.
buy big names. So we'll see. I hope. But yeah, that's just my
Chicharito. You're saying that's.
I hope.
Oh, I know you'll love it.
Guardado's been saying he wants to come back closer to home, man. We'll see. Andres Guardado, I'll go see El Principito. Fuck.
They were saying
or Chicharito. Hell yeah.
Chicharito all day.
They were saying Torres for a while,
and then he went to Japan.
And then he was almost going to Cruz Azul too, or Mexico, but that's not near here, nor I don't know how to say that, but
yeah. In closing, Chicago Fire, MLS, please stop trying to change tradition and fan culture. I don't know who you're trying to appeal to with this very corporate, sleek, childish logo, but.
Quick question: who's the favorite in the Europa as we're wrapping this up? Right, we don't got nothing else to touch on, or what?
No, nothing much. Europa, man, I'd have to even look. What is it? These two teams are in it. Celtic, Wolves, man. I'm pulling for Wolves for Jimenez.
We love Europa. That's what Andres was saying earlier. It's a free for all.
Jimenez, yeah, it is a free for all. United was playing the kids and lost.
32 teams. That's why.
Yeah, there's just German teams are popping. They beat all the EPL teams this week.
I like Wolves, bro.
Yeah.
Who else is in there that's big? I don't know. Celtic,
Man U
and
Arsenal.
Man,
and the German teams beat them both. It's wild out here, Frankie. Wolves has a shot. Jimenez looking like a star.
I like Wolves. They're playing some exciting attacking football. And then Andres did bring up earlier in the week that there was rumors of their coach, of their manager, Nuno Espirito Santo.
Potential Arsenal
coaching. Yeah, but we'll see.
From who?
He's the Wolves coach,
the
Wolves manager. But yeah, once again, any final thoughts, guys? Oh, actually, sorry, I'm jumping ahead. Let's make our picks for the weekend, and then we're good to go.
Next week.
2 weeks ago, we were way off. There was all the big teams let us down. The week before, we were way on, except for Andres, who called Man City. I'm calling you out on it again.
Yeah, I fucking can't show my face here anymore.
Let's see what we got tomorrow.
The Liverpool one.
All right, tomorrow in the Bundesliga, Dortmund plays Hertha Berlin. Now, Hertha Berlin I want to bring up because they hired Jurgen Klinsmann today as their coach. Jurgen Klinsmann last coached the USA. He used to coach the German national team in Bayern Munich and used to play for Bayern Munich. Dortmund is kind of all over the place, guys. Do they rebound after losing to Barca? Do they beat Hertha?
I don't know. Tough to say, really.
Yeah, it really is.
They should, but...
The Bundesliga is still tight. They're still very close at the top of the table. I think 6 points.
They've been inconsistent all year.
Isn't that one team still in first place? Bayern,
whatever. Mönchengladbach.
Yeah, they're still in first, right?
They still are in first, yes.
So,
but Bayern's hot, so, I mean, whatever.
Bayern is hot. And tomorrow they play Bayer Leverkusen.
That's
a good game.
Good game.
Who you got?
I'd say Lewandowski stays hot.
Hot ass tie.
I think Lewandowski just keeps scoring, bro.
He could keep scoring in a tie.
In the tie.
But
for a win,
he keeps scoring, yeah. And in the league, they're still just in second. So I mean,
they started off slow. I think the new manager kind of gave them new life.
I think Dortmund rebounds against Hertha Berlin, and I don't know. I'll go Bayern too. Bayern,
Dortmund. Ties.
All right, that's pretty much it for the Bundesliga this weekend. Nothing else too exciting.
There wasn't a lot of games I saw. It was
in La Liga. Ooh, here we go. This one is this is my game, my match of the weekend.
Yeah.
Let me see what they got going on tomorrow. Cause Sunday there's a big one. Tomorrow Real Madrid plays Alaves.
Garbage.
Who you got? Madrid.
3-0.
Yeah, they've been actually in a good little patch of form lately, with the exception of giving up 2 goals, a 2-goal lead in the Champions League.
And Gareth Bale, telling everyone basically, I hate Madrid.
His order.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And then the other kind of exciting matchup we got tomorrow, Valencia Villarreal. Those are 2 classic teams in La Liga. Valencia coming off a tie. I think Villarreal might be in Europa. Don't quote me on that. I might be wrong.
Your boy
Cazorla still playing after they told him he might never even play soccer again.
But
what else?
There's no good matchups. Go to the good one.
Sunday. Yeah. He's like, all right. Deflect. The big one this weekend on Sunday, Atletico versus Barcelona. Who you guys got?
Yeah, and you guys might start to hear us talk more about the Spanish league, because this is This is two critical games for Barca now.
Atletico Madrid.
And then Madrid in what, 2 weeks? 1
Yep.
week that's coming up, right?
Mind you, that Clásico was rescheduled. It
And-
should have happened a month ago.
Yeah, look out to see where we're gonna be popping out for that one.
I mean, are we saying
In the
Barca's
city.
in a good form right now, or
I don't know.
Peaks and valleys.
No one
with
knows, right?
Barcelona.
Who's putting the money in this one? Yeah, Barca is gonna win. Where is it at?
It's in Madrid.
It's okay. So new stadium,
And
Wanda,
yeah.
Metropolitana, whatever. They
Yep.
gotta win, man.
I
It's
mean,
gonna
they
be a tough test for Barca. I'll tell you that, because I don't know. Usually, Simeone is hard to beat. So,
Yeah.
and they're at home.
And Atletico needs the win to keep up.
Morata has been scoring. I mean,
it's gonna be what Griezmann back at the stadium.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a good
You know,
point.
that's a good storyline right there. Well, how is he gonna respond?
Yep, it's
You're
about
right.
a-
I didn't even
Does
think
he-
about
Does
that.
he show up?
The implications.
Yeah, it's a big match. I'm
Does he
telling
say
you.
big F you to
You know he's
Atletico
been
or?
you know he's been marking this one in the calendar every night before he goes to sleep.
Or it's
Waiting.
dreading it, right?
Yeah.
It's like, man,
So
I
what?
did them bogus after the documentary.
Yep. Who we got then? I don't know.
I'm going to go draw, boys.
Draw.
That's what Simeone does in these big games, you know? They sit
Yeah.
back, stay organized, and counter. Quite frankly, I think Atletico's got some, might be better cohesively, but the biggest question mark right now is up top, man. Morata or Costa, either of them you don't really feel comfortable about right now.
But they do score, dude. I've seen. I mean,
They got goals
They
coming
have-
from midfield.
yeah.
Thomas Lamar. No, Thomas Lamar.
Herrera put a assist to a guy named like Rodri or Roddy. I don't even know. Atletico has some random players still. I mean, João Felix was injured, right?
Back? Yeah, I don't know.
I think he's back for this game. Or just what
I
this
think
guy
so,
said.
yeah.
Yeah, he came in as a sub too. I think in the champs or
Oh,
something.
in the Champions League, he did.
I'm gonna take Barca.
So
You gonna
I'll
take Barca?
I'll take Atletico,
Barca away.
You're saying draw. I'm saying
saying draw.
win.
and I'll say Atletico.
Oh, everybody's got a different
Yeah.
pick. We'll see about this one. That's
Really?
good. I
You
like.
think Atletico's gonna take it?
If they're at home, I mean, I've been saying a lot of crap that Barca hasn't been playing good, so I'm gonna keep backing that talk up and saying they're gonna lose.
I think Barca's still just Messi FC. So you know, if he unexpectedly
He
has
always-
a bad
yeah,
game, yeah,
he-
they'll lose.
I
But
think don't quote me either, but
business as usual,
don't quote
I
me
think, for
either. But
Messi.
I think Messi has the most goals against Atletico out of any La Liga team.
Yeah, so there you go.
Right?
He loves playing against them.
I'm pretty sure.
Might be.
Or maybe it's Ronaldo.
Right.
One of those two.
No, it's definitely
No.
Messi. I think Messi bags it.
I'm saying, it's
Bags
hard-
of goals.
For me, it's hard to bet against Messi, and he just delivered what masterclass against Dortmund. So
I mean, I wouldn't call it. I said it was bad defending.
bad defending.
Yeah, the
Not
first
just-
goal was.
I mean, he did what he had to do efficiently.
yeah, I mean,
2 assists, 1 goal. I don't know. I'm just saying they're in form with Messi's in form.
because he broke that other record, most goals he scored against the 34th opponent in the Champions League,
Yeah.
and in his 700 league.
You're very
match.
close, Johnny. Messi scored most of his goals against Sevilla, then Atletico.
Second, well, there you
Yeah.
go. And then now he broke the record for scoring on 34 different
34
teams.
different opponents. That's right.
Beating Raul.
on his 700
CR7.
league game,
700th appearance for Barcelona.
yeah, sorry, there you go.
His goal per game got better as he got older.
It's crazy, craziness.
Little Messi appreciation post. Side note: who's gonna win? When do they give out the Ballon
Next
d'Or?
week,
This week, Monday,
Oh.
Monday.
Yeah.
See, I'm on it.
They're
I'm on
saying
it.
they were saying that the
Messi.
who does it? L'Equipe gives out the. They were in,
I
Uh-huh.
thought
in
France
Barcelona.
something.
France
Yeah.
football?
Oh, France football. Yeah, they were in front already doing the pre-interviews or whatever. So by the next time we speak, it could be very likely that Messi might be a
Ballon d'Or.
6-time Ballon d'Or.
I think he takes it.
Still rooting for Van Dijk.
Van Dijk, close
Yeah.
second.
Couple more picks here,
First.
guys. The
More
only one
picks?
we'll
Damn.
talk
Oh,
about
yeah,
in
I'm
the
sorry.
French league, PSG versus Monaco. PSG, right?
probably,
Yeah,
What a joke. The
They
Farmers League.
they might lose somehow.
What a joke. It's still, on paper, it's one of those historic games. That's why I had to bring it up,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And man, does nobody in Italy play tomorrow?
Maybe Fabregas scores.
I think
Juventus
plays
plays
Sassuolo.
Sassuolo, yeah.
or
Juve
whatever.
plays Sassuolo on Sunday.
There was not a lot of interesting games. I already looked it up too, Frankie.
No, you're right.
Liverpool plays like Brighton, or you want to go to EPL? Did we go over?
No,
EPL?
that's the last one I wanted to talk about. The English Premier League.
There wasn't a lot of good ones. I mean, not to say that there weren't. I wouldn't watch them. I'll watch them. Catch us out here in Chicago.
Oh man, you're right. Newcastle plays Man City tomorrow. Oh, horrendous.
Yeah.
Chelsea plays West Ham. Maybe.
West Ham in shambles, right? Is
Yeah,
Pellegrini
freefall.
still there?
Barely. Yeah, he might get sacked. Speaking of
Sack
sack
alert.
alert, yeah. Tottenham versus Bournemouth, and then Southampton versus Watford. Oh God.
I'm telling you.
Then on Sunday,
Chelsea,
Norwich plays against Arsenal. Notable just because it's Freddie Ljungberg's first game in charge. And then Leicester plays Everton. That should be a good game on paper, but it's not because Everton's never as good as they should be.
Yep.
And then United plays Aston Villa. So United probably ties or loses again. In a game they should win. I'm sorry. That's a game you're like, dude, the Sheffield, oh my God.
Sheffield,
They were down, right? 2-0 at Sheffield.
2-0.
Scored 3 goals before giving up the tying goal. Man, I was entertained. It was very much.
Yeah,
I was
entertained
blown away.
too.
I was like, man, they're gonna pull it off. And then
Solskjaer said it's an improvement because last year they would have gotten lost. They would have been scored 5-0 or 4-0. So
Who says that though? That's why they're
he's like, hey, at least we're not losing.
you know
we're
who
tied
says
now.
that? Unai Emery. He kept. You know what he
yeah,
said
no,
after
yeah,
yesterday?
Yeah, no, see, yeah.
After yesterday, he said
Perfect,
we played
perfect,
better
man.
than the last time we played them.
Against Liverpool.
In a loss. Who says that shit?
Who says that?
That's how you know you're gonna get sacked the next morning, right? Don't say that.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
For
thanks
coaching,
again,
don't say
everybody, for joining us. Thanks to Full Heel Studio. We're going to go and keep eating. We're here in the middle of our Thanksgiving celebration here at the Full Heel Studios. Thanks to Rafa. Thanks to Johnny, the boy, my boy Andres.
Yo.
The rewrites are here in studio chilling too. Shout out to them for the very first live edition. Jesus, co-founder of the Full Heel Studios, is here as well. Share it if you guys like what we're talking about. Let us know if you guys have any questions, any comments. Give us your takes so we can discuss it. And we'll be back hopefully next week.
Yeah, and look out for us when we go to some pubs. You never
Yeah.
know. We might start getting global with this stuff. So
Pubbing with the lads.
yeah, skippers. We don't know what's
Cleo's hotspot
Yeah.
here in Chicago.
All right, y'all. Thanks.
Peace.